Battle with the Culture Visuals. We coming back with another episode just for y'all. We got my boy Vicious in the building. Let's get it.
Face hit. Damn, shawty. You ain't say that was the nigga that you came with. Got these people looking at us like we ain't shit, cause we both knowing that he ain't this. Nah. Came in, locked eyes on the walkthrough. From that moment, knew no one you need to talk to. The name is Vicious, call me Ray. What is yours, boo? Ain't gonna tell you about the things that I'm gonna do.
Hey yo, welcome back to Battle with the Culture. We got a new guest in the building this time around. We got Vicious in the building, man. Why don't you let them know who you are, bro?
What it do, you know, it's Vicious Van Flow. You can follow me. I do have an artist page on Facebook at Vicious Van Flow.
Nice.
Instagram is Vicious Flow 414. You know, anybody that knows me know on Facebook is Raymond Sims, you know. I'm really just myself pretty much most times. Like, we just been kicking it before we even started, so.
Real ass guy in the building. Man. So how did you get the name Vicious Van Flow? I want to know.
So
I want to know, how did you get the name Vicious Van Flow?
You know, it's really a self-given name. So, but it started I started making music in high school. It was more or less like expression. Like, I started with poetry.
Okay.
And it started off with just expression, and then when I really started making music,
Cause yeah, you be spitting, man. I be listening. I'm like.
It came off kind of aggressive, so then, you know, I was just really at my cousin's house. We was recording, and we actually the first song we did was a cover to Acting Up. These songs we acting up, you know, whatever.
Right.
So, but it came off real aggressive. It was like, "What's your name?" And it was Kid Vicious or whatever. And ever since then, it just kind of evolved in a way. It got to Vicious Van Flow as I use my words to paint.
Okay.
So it's just, you know, kind of transition.
I kind of did the same myself. Started off as just mock, then I was Machiavelli, then I went to Maca Devious, then I just went with Devious.
So exactly, when you do the music for a certain time, you go through those evolutions and there's different phases for you. Like when I first started, it was all about just like having bars, and then more or less lately where I've been at, it's been more about telling stories.
Yeah, because you've been doing that a lot.
Yeah, you know.
I've been noticing that with like the latest stuff. And man, I swear to God, SoundCloud, you doing numbers.
Man, they modest. I wouldn't say that they really numbers.
Like for the people I done seen on there and stuff I actually do, because I just really got a SoundCloud. Mm-hmm. You got some numbers on there, bro. And you know what? That's respect.
Oh, well, thanks, man. A lot of that stuff is just stuff that's been out for a little bit of time, so. I've really been working on a lot of different material over the time. It's been a while. People have been actually waiting on some stuff from me. So,
what you got ready for the people?
I don't want to go too far into it because
give them a taste, of teaser. You did
because I definitely been in that space where I've been doing music for so long, and it's more or less show and tell at this point. So, but I got some things lined up. I do say, so basically, sorry I'm procrastinating.
Basically, a gentleman never tells. Is that what you're saying right now?
Yeah, something like that. But for everybody that's been waiting on the Hopeless Romantic, I really appreciate y'all. I still get people that contact me about it, like when they expect it and stuff like that. And I've been working on it. It's a lot of amount of songs that can fit into that pocket that I created over this amount of time, but. Just working on something special. And then one thing that I've noticed just with doing music, the best thing is you need that visual aspect. So
yes, bro.
Just be a little bit more patient with me. But I do have something in store for y'all. Just sorry I procrastinate.
You ain't procrastinating. You got to perfect your art.
Definitely. That's what it's all down to.
It's all about artistic values that you got to go ahead and uphold for yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Because for me personally, just like when you say that, like... I've been doing music for so long. I really just love music. If I never put out another song for anybody else to hear it, I'll probably always do music.
Do it anyways.
Yeah.
I feel you because I'm the same way.
For me, I've been trying to take the time to make sure I do it right, because the worst thing that I've just noticed, just looking at the industry and just the way this shit goes, is just I hate to be in a position to like put that part of me out of there and have somebody else in control of it, and then now you can't creatively express yourself the
There
way
you
you
go.
want to, and that's the whole reason why you got
You
to
put it
music
in there
the
first. There you go.
So it's
I
like-
like that.
Not wanting to let that go, yeah.
And guess what?
Sometimes make you a little stagnant, but just trying to be a little bit more cautious.
In the same breath, if you do it yourself and put your own self into your own worth, you ain't got to go through situations like
Exactly.
what we talked about.
Yeah, or just have a solid team around you. If you really get some people
Exactly.
around you that you trust, you know, and put them in position, it works better that way.
Exactly.
But having to been in a situation of doing a little bit
Right.
of everything, you know, it's not all about that. We did countless shows. We ain't had DJs. Fucking, I'm a DJ. I'm a host. I'm perform. I'm gonna pack out the lineup.
Man, I wouldn't even take coats. They looking like, man, no, we doing this
We gonna-
today.
we gonna
No,
make it
he's
happen.
bigger than taking coats.
Nah, if you got to get down to it just to go ahead and pack this show, we taking coats too. We go ahead and get a ticket for your ass. None. We ain't turning nothing down but our collars. Like, and I'm wearing the t-shirts. Man. So, man, what's on the horizon for you, man?
Definitely, like I said, I got some projects.
I want to. I'm trying to. I want to hear about that. There, that's what I'm like, man. I've heard what you had to spit on, man.
I mean,
quite a few songs, man. I could go through shit.
and to be completely honest with my like hiatus with Drop, and it was just more or less like personal stuff, like you know, you just have things going on in your life, and then sometimes it's like, this is really a passion, and I want to make sure I do it right. So I don't, if I can't necessarily, I'm focused on getting my real life shit in order, and I can't put
Okay.
all this towards that. Then it's like,
Then you gotta prioritize.
gotta pace yourself. But
Cause man, guess what? To me, you gotta flow. It's a combination of Wale and Wiz at the same time, dude. I'm sitting up there like,
all right,
damn.
I like
I
that.
bet you never heard that
I
before.
ain't heard it like that. I like that.
It's
I
like a
appreciate
little
it.
combo of both of them. And I was like, man, you feel like giving the people a little acapella with Macapella? Give them a little 16, a little quick something, man, just to let them know what. I know you got something on top of the brain, bro.
I got plenty stuff on the top of the right, and that's why I can't think of nothing at the time. I'm
Man,
sitting
come
there-
on, you got something, man. You got something, man. We was already smoking on that skunking, man. We already off the brain, so come on, man. We just gonna maintain.
Yeah,
I'm off my
like a
brain.
beat or
Yeah, you
something.
can do it too. It's what we do. We spitting fluid too.
Wishing I just
Little
flew the
something,
cool.
bro.
Wishing it was something new. I should have knew when y'all was coming through that I should have had something that I had to prove, but
You ain't got nothing to prove, man.
more like paper we was getting to. And I don't know. I don't really
See,
don't feel like
a little something, man. Just a little something just for the camera, man. Just
Just-
a little something, man. A taste.
That's why I'd rather.
So
play
what
it.
people got to expect coming from this upcoming album you got? So like what's in the works of it?
Well, really, I'm gonna give y'all a lot of this music that I just been holding on to. So I got some stuff that I'm gonna give y'all that's not necessarily in just the hopeless romantic pocket. You know, that's like been my bread and butter, and it's been more or less for me. It's been more or less a mission because I kind of just want to put that feeling back into it, like to be dead ass. Most of the music I listen to, the best music out is like women's R&B right now.
Okay.
Men R&B is not really existing. Most men,
What is that?
most of the pop artists at this time. So it's like
What is that?
we get to a point where it's like we don't necessarily got the love in the music coming from our perspective like that anymore.
That's real talk. I cannot disagree with that with him.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
real talk.
I'd say that it's more or less for this, more or less just some other perspectives on some real situations that a lot of people that can relate to. Because, you know, sometimes it may not be the most common thing or the most popular thing, but shit, we have feelings too. We feel certain ways about situations. You go through situations, you have a breakup, you don't necessarily you get back out there, you're not necessarily trusting, you just enjoying yourself, but you know, trying to figure out what's the next move, and you get to that process where it's like, now I maybe need to transition back into that person that I was before that happened, and then you got to really deal with those emotions that to get to that part, to be that person for the next person.
Okay, he went there.
And that's what a lot of that, the hopeless romantic music is what you want to get from that project.
He went there. Like that though.
So,
That's
why
why
you get a little bit of all of that. That's why some of it is just like, it sounds like just player shit, and then other of it is
No, it's
like
not player
love
shit.
and
That's
stuff.
being real shit.
Yeah. But all of it, that's what it kind of got for me. Like I said, when I first started, it was more kid vicious. Like I said, it was more about bars. I was just saying whatever the most craziest bar I could come up with.
Because I used to be there too.
That was like the Wayne era. Everybody wanted to be like Wayne. So.
I know.
But then you get to the point where it's like, I've been doing music so long. It's like,
It's not.
what's more real to me? What matters to me?
And then on top of that, I could teach a different generation now instead of going ahead and just like being on some bullshit with it.
Definitely. You know, show that, you know what I'm saying, it's okay to actually, I don't know, it's just crazy the world make you think that it's not okay to love a woman.
No, you could actually go ahead and
The
change
right
the world
way.
with your words.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying
A lot of people don't know
being
that.
a sucker, like, you know what I'm saying, but really love your woman the right way and actually having like, we have a weird dynamic in the world where it's like everybody's looking for a parent in a situation. They want somebody, or they want to be a parent, because some people want to be in that situation where they dominate over them.
But
really,
apparently they can't be a parent.
but a relationship should be more like a partnership.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you got, and then it's like going through that process of finding what you need and what you don't like. Everything that you like with your eyes ain't necessarily what you need. So
That's
like you go through
being
that
100.
weeding out process.
Especially if you know what you want.
And that you only really know what you want by going through experience. You only know what you want by coming in stuff that you don't want.
Try it before you buy it.
Exactly. some people backwards, they buy it. You know what shit.
They don't even try. Oh shit, I forgot what I was doing looking at.
So when can people expect that project to come out?
You can expect that later this year, towards the end of this year, if not the end of this year, the beginning of next year, like realistically. Completely realistic. But you can definitely expect some new music coming very soon. I've recently just had some transitions in my life where I got some more time and opportunity for everything that I want to do. And I'm satisfied about that. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm kind of a workaholic. 9 times out of 10, you see Ray, I'm working or on my way to work, just leaving work, this, that, and the third. So it's been a different transition that I've necessarily going through right now. So I'm
To the world.
enjoying it. But, you know, but just now, just focus more or less on. Because when you start doing that for so long, it's just like, man, you gonna do that forever?
You don't want to.
I've never committed to that. I've never been a person to be like, yeah, that 40-hour work week for the rest of my life and get a pension. And it has never necessarily sat right to me. How do they get this money in this pension? How do they keep getting money? Or they just put it in the market like the bank do with your money? And you know, like you just really start learning stuff and getting into
Vicious.
and it make you like really think like, damn, maybe I should. How you spend your time, that's the most valuable resource that we got. It's time. It's constantly running and you cannot get it back. Is your time really worth the money that they gonna pay you? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to pay your bills, but sometimes it's a different way and you really like put your mind to it, you kind of figure that out. Right now it seems like people making millions of dollars from their phone. I talk to people that I know personally, like I have somebody that told me they made $400 from their phone before they got out of bed.
Okay. This is a dude question. How you feel about broads with their OnlyFans pages?
How do I feel about that?
Are you a subscriber?
Do you speak on something like that on Hopeless Romantic?
Nah, actually, I don't think that's what I was sitting there thinking. I was like, damn, do I got a bar? I'm like, nah, I don't even think I got a bar, but I'm not gonna say. I guess I support just because, like,
They making money.
man,
I give
like,
them that.
it's a
But I'm
hustle
not
at
buying
the end-
that shit.
It's a hustle at the end of the day. Like, it's pretty much internet pimping.
Right, bro.
Everything is going digital. And if you're not going digital, you're going to get phased out. We went through a whole pandemic where strippers couldn't, you know what I'm saying, wasn't no strip club open. What was they going to do?
We're masking strip
Boom.
on the
The
pole.
thing is, OnlyFans been around longer than that, and that's not even primarily what the only thing is for. It's like for premium subscriptions to anything. It's not just that
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but sometimes it's like
It's
they have
actual, dude.
additional
Real
content.
talk. It's actual rappers out there with OnlyFans pages.
Yeah. Just like
And they was like, "Hey, we'll put
it's something
exclusive
else,
music
like
on there."
Patreon or something like that. It's like a subscription based thing, but it's like people do that when they have like a following like that, and it's like they get additional content.
still get-
Follow me on
and-
this platform, you get
And you'll
additional
get extra
content.
stuff
Yeah.
before the.
Exactly. So it's just like some exclusive shit. That's why it's like OnlyFans. It's like exclusively for your fans.
Right.
Like, yeah. Now these Instagram models, yeah, they got fans, so now they got something exclusively for their fans. It's the same thing.
I'm just not gonna show nothing. I'm just gonna go ahead and you're gonna watch me eat my cereal today. That's the whole page you got.
You be mad. You gonna demand a refund. But I ain't seen no.
My guy had me cracking up telling me about this shit. He's like, man, I subscribe to one of these bitches' page. I was like, why, bro? That's why I had to ask. I'm sorry.
Just be a fan. I mean, like, you gotta think when you kind of like that kind
That's
of profession,
desperate.
they like selling. They pretty much selling fantasy, and it's the same thing they do online. Just selling that illusion. People will pay for that illusion.
Man, for real.
People will pay for that time.
There's like
People will pay. People pay for what they want. Now, if they see something they wanted and they feel like that'll get them closer to what they want,
That's
they'll
what they-
spend on that opportunity.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
No, I would never doubt what somebody would spend for. Come on now.
And this ain't the marijuana talk. Man. Okay. Who is your top five? First, top five alive rappers.
We doing like favorite?
Your favorite.
My favorites?
Your favorites. Not mine. Yours.
Ye, Cole.
Like Dylan.
Man, after that it'd be like
Yeah, Cole though. Okay.
yeah, no, like my favorites Lupe,
Okay.
Wale,
My boy.
and then probably I do like Big Sean, and then once I get past that,
He said probably.
yeah, but then once I get past that, it kind of
You had a question mark on your head.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to. I'm just really because sometimes I go into these spaces, and lately, like I said, I kind of been there, where I don't even really want to even listen to rap music like that. I'll be listening.
You said you
So,
could listen
so
to
that's
that.
what you're saying. You're turning more of a soulful hip hop artist.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of always. That's what I was raised kind of on, like Jill Scott's and Lauryn Hill,
Okay.
and like all of that kind of stuff. So outside of me liking rap music, my mama don't really listen to rap music, and the other thing was
So
like
are
pop.
you saying that Vicious Van Flow is basically turning hip hop soul more than
Are you a
hip-hop?
new soul rapper?
I mean, I definitely could see something like that being what you would label me as. But like I said, I mainly just go with artists. I don't even really like go with
Hey.
rapper, but
He's
I just
you
like to
artist.
create.
Who said the word of the day? Bro, artist is what I call. We're not rappers.
I just like to create.
You
And,
are an artist.
Yeah, no, that's when I say that, like I do.
You
I
said
used
the
to do
word of the
graphic
day,
design,
bro.
And I still do it a little bit, but it's just like I always like just creating. I always like art in general. I just like being different. I don't like necessarily always doing the same. Like that's kind of boring. Always doing the exact same thing all the time.
Yes.
And everybody else does the same all the time.
That's
It's
the
like,
energy I love right there, bro.
there's so much things, other things you can do in the world,
They,
other things you can learn, other things you can like. It's just why focus on just the same couple things.
especially when it's a broader horizon out there.
Yeah, but
There's a bigger picture to paint.
oh yeah.
So why not experience that picture?
So are you saying basically on this album you're catering more to the women fan base?
I would say that. I could kind of say that. I could kind of say that.
Yeah,
just
because he kind of a playboy when he be spitting his shit. You know?
I can kind of say that. But I mean, that's like just the bread and butter for the type of music. That's just because it's the most relatable thing for me. Like I'm not no gang banging, drug dealing. I mean, I get money, but like shit, how many times I'm gonna talk about that?
Right.
Like
Right.
so, shit, we talking about what's relatable to me. That's something that I feel like everybody can relate with
That's what's up, man.
relationships,
That's
like
what's up.
women, like, you know, going through those situations. Everybody got stories to tell, depending on how you tell them. I'm just a little bit clever, so.
That's what's up.
So can people expect more of a story out of this album?
Definitely with the Hopeless Romantic, like I said, and like I said, y'all gonna, for everybody that's been waiting for it, it's been a long wait. I appreciate you, I really do, and I wanted to make it special for you. So like, you know, and like I said, I'm an artist, so I'm into a different
Like I said,
aspects
man.
with it creatively. It's a lot of things that's been
When you
coming
ready to
together.
unveil your masterpiece, that's when you know it's there.
But it's just like I just revisited a lot of things that I even did in the past. Like I had a couple different business ventures I tried. I had a small online fashion boutique selling women's clothes.
But
for
you know what you
women,
did? You
but
tried.
Yeah,
Look at it that way.
it actually was a great learning experience. I learned a lot. And
What
it's
were
not
you
like
selling as far as the women boutique?
we was selling clothes. It was like, you know, blouses, skirts, dresses, pants, all kind of things. We started moving into shoes. Main issue I had was me and my business partner had different views. I wanted to move into plus size clothing. She was kind of opposed to it. We had this one particular show.
Was she not plus size?
I mean,
She
it
was
doesn't
right there on
matter.
the. Never mind. Anyway, I just
asking.
I feel like it could have benefited her, but I'm gonna leave it there.
Right.
Okay. No names. No names were involved.
Literally leave it there, but
Okay.
it's just we had
Moving right along.
we had some differences there that kind of made me like step away from that moment. But just kind of not necessarily even getting back into fashion like that, because that was more like we was doing shows, we had a designer, that was
Right.
other stuff, but just merchandising well. So, you know, I've just been revisiting those kind of ideas. So, like I said, it's going to be a lot coming with that particular project for everybody that's been waiting on it. I do want to make that special for y'all, but I'm sorry I procrastinated.
I'll be back. He was like, don't worry, I'll be back.
So I mean,
Business.
are you willing to share like a little sneak peek of it on the upcoming Battle of the Culture podcast visuals documentary?
Of course.
Okay, dope.
Yeah.
So your fans will get to see a little bit.
Yeah,
inside
they get to see a little bit of it.
Yeah, because they're on that, man. They
Okay.
getting back in touch with who that artist was and where it was on the show in the first place. So this documentary is like gonna be it.
I'm definitely excited about that too.
I'm glad to have you on there, man.
Yeah, for sure.
My boy, my boy.
So any featured artists as far as on the project, or it's just mainly just kind of like a more self growth awareness type of thing for yourself?
I can't necessarily speak on feature artists at this particular time. A lot of it is, like I said, I've been constructing it over time. So, like, I can't even say, oh, somebody so-and-so. I don't even want to say so-and-so. And then it's like,
That don't
then that
happen.
particular song. But like I said, I have a whole concept, but I don't want to go too far into that right now. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Still in
that's
the oven baking. It ain't ready for everybody to see. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I gotta let it cool off a little bit.
Guess what? You got enough material out here. Got they just to go ahead and wet a whistle. Let's put it like that.
Oh yeah, I got. that's the problem. That's the issue that I actually have like so often is that I just want to drop songs just cause I have songs. Like literally just cause when it's like, Ray, you got a plan you was working on. Yeah.
It's like, you know what? I can still do this.
And then be like, it's like, no, listen, just actually chill out. Like,
Whatever. I'll just go ahead and put this out and just go ahead.
it's
Move on.
so many songs, but then it's just like, and then it's just because the point is like I said, the visual aspect is more or less what I feel like my current music has been missing. So like you said, you know, the numbers on SoundCloud or whatever, but a lot of those I didn't have.
And that's the thing. It's not about the numbers or the views. It's about at least one person listen to you.
Oh no, I love the response. Like when we actually have live shows and venues and like the turnouts and the actual
We'll do the
love and
COVID-19.
admiration people show me directly. Like I really appreciate each and every person that's ever told me that they liked the song, they
Right.
enjoyed the performance, anything. Like it really do mean something to me. Just so you know,
Because real talk, you ain't think I listened to nothing.
I didn't. That's what I'm saying. I was you know, I appreciate it.
Dog, you got, like I said, dog, I swear, you got some heat. I listened to damn everything you had on SoundCloud for the past 3 days.
Okay. Thank you, because I
You had a
feel a
couple-
lot of people were a little sleep on my first
You had a
project.
couple of
Vicious
them.
World,
Yeah, I was
just
the one
'cause
with the lion-
it ain't
with the
on
lion
all
face
streaming
on there.
platforms. It's only on that SoundCloud platform, just because at the time it was like what, 2016. just
He
at the
also got a
time.
SoundCloud, so go look for Vicious on there.
Yeah, Vicious Van Flow. Well,
His
pretty-
link will be at the bottom of the description of this live interview here video. So go and check out that
Bro,
single.
yeah, man, had that. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Nephew and shit was with me. He was like, oh yeah, this shit hitting.
So any videos for the singles or
yeah,
okay.
yeah. That's why like I said, I just don't want to give away too
Okay.
much.
Okay.
Because it's I hate to do it I hate to do you like that right now, but everything for a reason.
Okay,
But like I
What-
said, you
what-
already know for next month.
I know you said you wouldn't reveal who you wanted to have as a feature on there or anything like that. Now, if you had anybody in any genre, whether R&B singer, rapper, whatever, who would you have as a featured guest on that song?
For this particular project,
Yeah.
Jasmine Sullivan.
Okay.
Dope.
I love Jasmine Sullivan. I love Jasmine Sullivan so much. I love her writing. I love her voice. I feel like if I could work with her, we would make a pretty amazing song. Another person that kind of came to mind was like Anderson .Paak. I really
Said
like
Yolanda
him.
Adams.
Yolanda Adams, that would be nice. But she wasn't nowhere on my list.
Erykah Badu.
Erykah Badu was
That's
on
a
my
good one,
list.
too.
She was right there on the list.
Jill Scott. Damn.
Jill
The
right
list-
there on the list.
can
That's what I
kinda-
said. Like the
list
kind of
can kinda
artists
go
I would want
on,
to
bro.
work with.
I feel you. I feel
But
you.
then also
now.
I like the Arias and the Scissors, but
Okay.
you know, if you can pick anybody to work with, they a little lower on my list currently. Just a little lower. Just give me anybody. I'm like, shit. Yeah, Jasmine
Nice.
Sullivan, because she gonna make me like the greatest song ever. We gonna make the greatest song ever. And if I never make another song,
It was like I'm happy I did.
I'm
it. I'm happy I did this.
for sure.
Feel you, fam. Man, anybody you want to shout out?
Yeah, I mean, shout out the whole city. Everybody going crazy.
Real talk.
How do you feel about that? As far as like the riots, the Black Lives Matter movement, as far as what's going on, I mean, do you feel an implication and like, as far as you maybe motivate me to do music or want to put this album out, maybe to kind of harmonize everything that's
Damn.
going on here?
All that in one.
Yeah, no, that was a really good question, and I mean, yes, it
Fucking
does.
with
Like
you.
I said, for me, the whole Hopeless Romantic project, that vibe, that energy, it's like I want to put some love back into the music. Like, you know, it don't all have to be. We know what it currently is.
Right.
I don't even care to just keep putting that energy out there, but you know what you speak about, you kind of break about whatever.
Right.
But just put that love back into the environment. You know what I'm saying? And in relationships to the riots and everything, I completely understand. Like now, I don't condone. I'm not necessarily looking to go fuck nothing up. Of course, I want to let some frustration off. Of course, I'm really frustrated with everything going on. You get to the point, especially, should I work the whole pandemic? I was an essential worker. So it's just a lot of that other shit in the particular job. I didn't even agree with. It didn't necessarily align with me at the time too, just because of everything else that was going on. Like I got people calling in to cut off cable, trying to sell their cell phones. Like this is, I don't even know what kind of you know what I'm saying. Something else it hit a different note when everything else is going on, and we getting shot still for anything. Like in relationship to that, what I personally think. We need like police reform.
Man,
That's the
not
idea.
even
You know
gonna help.
what I'm saying? Like they say defund.
They got cameras. They got cameras on their.
No.
And
But-
they
but
still
I
shooting
mean,
people.
I knew what you saying, but I mean complete reform. Like let's get them psych evaluations. Let's make them go through mandatory crisis training. Let's make them go through non-lethal combat training. There's no reason why you have nightsticks, mace, stun gun,
and a
the
gun.
first thing that you grab is a pistol. You
got your gun
with
there.
their back to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like literally, for me, you can't justify it in any way, shape, or form because you have so many other tools. You have 7 different weapons to an unarmed suspect that you grab your pistol. Where's the justification there? I don't think that there is one.
Well-educated black person right here. So
you actually have to reform the entire structure. I mean, in order for it to be changed, it's not going to be as simple like one fix like, no, we're not. Everybody got no strength evaluations. They might have post-traumatic stress disorder too from their jobs, from past situations. They have to be evaluated as well to see if they're competent to still do their job.
Right.
These, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that we don't talk about that we should really be talking about. And that's the issue is why we still have the same police system, but there's no kind of change in any of that shit currently. That's why we have these reactions. People can only be civil for so long, especially once people start to recognize they really had a power. So it's like, shit, if we decided we just gonna fuck shit up continuously, what are they really gonna do? What are they really gonna do? So once people really recognize that us uniting together makes a real difference, maybe we don't look to just destroy, but we actually do get those real changes. And it seems like it's coming about, slow as you know, we are getting some changes, but it's a lot of charades going on. It's a lot of
it's a lot of masks going on. 'Cause they wearing their mask right now.
Now that's my last question. Now you as a hip hop artist in the entertainment world, do you feel like any of the other artists that's like kind of on a mainstream level is maybe kind of standing up and being leaders and more using their platform like they should have been doing that?
Great
Or
question.
do you feel it's, you know, kind of still the same, like they're not really doing anything about it still?
Great question.
It doesn't necessarily seem like anyone is doing anything except for Kanye.
I agree.
What did he do though?
Yeah, what makes you kind of say that?
What did he do?
Well, he didn't went on his, he won a
He
run
went
for
on his rant and
president.
pissed on his Grammys. Yeah, I seen that.
He did he's done a lot of things, but showing them contracts, that's one thing. Like, you know, I wouldn't expect that. That was, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. But that makes me feel like he's really authentic with the things that he's talking about, of actually bringing about change, wanting to have a sit down with other artists and have discussion. The things that he's talking about are things that we really need to think about. Really going over these contracts. What I was just talking about, not wanting to put music out because of fear of having somebody else control that shit. It's
Already
the
know
same.
that.
It's the same.
Already know.
He fighting the same fight for the same shit that I'm worried about. Like, you know what I'm saying? But,
Okay, that part he did do. So I agree with you there.
but everybody else, a lot of people quiet. But you know what I'm saying? People make moves before they, you know, they don't speak about them.
Right.
So I completely understand if that's what's going on right now, but shit. You ask me who's trying to step up, shit. He wants everybody to come to the table, squash their differences, and really
get this money.
The Queen, shit. If they all come to put all that money that they got talking about to the table, you have to listen.
Exactly.
He going on these rants, you know what I'm saying? He just want to randomly throw out him second richest black man. And,
He don't want to say he.
Okay.
They even rant.
Go flex real quick, but throw that out there. But it's like shit, that money talk that really hails from power.
They
some
really
way,
ain't
like,
even
you
rants
know,
though, bro. It's just like he just speaking his mind.
He speaks his mind, but because he's a celebrity that rants.
Hold on, bro.
Because
We as black people know what the fuck we talking about.
Because I mean, also shit, we hold shit in just being regular black man. Being a regular black man, you hold shit in, and then eventually you don't hold shit in no more, and you let that shit go.
And then you be like,
now you famous.
What's going on with this guy?
So it's a little different. And then also, you know, he do
Whether
shit.
for the good or for the bad.
Strategic with
they're
everything
famous
he do.
now.
Like, we don't have to talk about Kanye's a marketing genius and all of that, but
he
also has.
And I don't think he got a new album coming out, so that's why I was like, I know it ain't no publicity stunt.
I was talking about he wasn't dropping another. We ain't gonna talk about
it. Just saying, bro.
But as the leader stuff in reference to this, that's where we were going. We ain't gotta get into that. I did enjoy it. Jesus,
So, I mean, do you see like a different shift wave maybe in the music industry? Maybe your album could be lining up right along with that new change in the entertainment world?
I mean, possibly, but you know, music is always forever changing. It's gonna always shift.
Most definitely.
Like, so it ain't no telling what the future hold. I'm just always focused on, you know, more or less me, and I want to be authentic and be original. And the thing is, if I'm always myself, whenever you hear it, it's the first time you hear it. Right. So, you know, but as far as everything else aligning with me, or you know, who knows? Ultimately, we'll see. Because it ain't no telling where the music gonna be at.
Well, you just never know after speaking into existence to the universe. You never know what
the crazy world we live in. All right, off the subject. What's been your favorite quarantine mode thing to do and shit like that since all this craziness didn't happen?
Like what's been my favorite thing to do during quarantine, pretty much? Probably watch anime.
Nothing wrong with that.
And then
what's your favorite anime?
I caught up on a lot of other stuff. Like
I was watching One Punch Man. I really caught up with that. I was like, oh yeah.
No, like during quarantine, I started watching One Piece and I caught up. So
One Piece.
Anybody knows that shit like 1,000 episodes or so. So
One Piece is nice though.
But yeah, One Piece is pretty amazing. That was like a pretty great story. But no, I've been watching just that. That's been it. I've been tuning into a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know, that should only be like 20 minutes. So you be sitting there on the bench for a long time, and it'd be like,
I've been on Netflix like, oh, we got this going on. Oh, I got this going on. Then I got Disney Plus. That didn't help.
I ain't been. We had it just to see that Beyonce. Listen, it was amazing too. It was amazing. Like
Lion King was great.
So, did her visual album? Do you think that maybe inspired you a little bit? Maybe checking that out and watching that, viewing that.
Yeah, I'd say it inspired me a little bit. But it's kind of been a concept I kind of had for a little bit of time.
Okay.
But I've also just been looking at a little bit of other things. Like, I feel like kind of back to this again.
I'm not talking about this again.
Wasn't talking about this, but I think he a pretty big influence because I definitely took a look at like Runaway, like the whole visual album again. Just you know, just looking at things for inspiration and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I definitely feel like the Beyonce possibly has some, like, definitely don't have some influence there. It is shit I couldn't not. That was I feel like the point. Pretty much telling they giving us this message to come back home, touch back to our roots, get back to those kind of things, get back to that origin. It's just like, man, kind of make you want to get more focus back into that. You know.
Well, you can say it has a positive impact shift on you then with the music. Impact. Sorry. As far as, you know what I'm saying, the entertainment world shifting in a positive direction then. And she got you kind of focused like that, you know what I'm saying, as far as taking positive way. That means influencing you in a positive way.
I just be listening to I just be looking for the messages that people put out. And sometimes they go over people's heads, sometimes they take them a different way. Like, you know, a lot of the time, anything that's remotely close to going back to our origins or our history is thrown with a negative connotation on it, so you never look at it that way.
It's been some real, bro. Look. Nobody ain't on that. You know, I know my brother. I'm like fake with that shit.
Some people are very consistent. I mean, when you're talking about Beyonce and like Jay-Z and them, like they always consistent with their African spirituality. It seems like whatever.
I'm just doing this.
Never care to go that far.
I'm just doing this. Right? Okay. I'm like, really? That's how I feel.
Well, a
couple of them,
yeah, I can feel that. You know, sometimes people have their other agendas, and other times people do shit.
They got hit sincerely. I probably hit you, of course, and ulterior motives and all that. Look, go ahead and get about your hair. I swear to God, I'm glad you opened up your house for that was culture today. Vicious Van Low. AKA Devious Mind. We'll go ahead and get up out of here. This has been a great night. Once again, thanks for opening up your house to us. We ain't gotta get chased by the security guard this time.